Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I have TK with me. He's actually one of my investors, a good friend of mine for a long time now. So I want to interview him just so that you guys may see who these investors are, right? Because a lot of people that have misconceptions on investment. Like everybody feels, or some people feel that they have to be very established or they have to be come from a wealthy family to start investing, and that's just not the case, right? So TK, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about yourself, like how old you are, where you currently work, what you do for fun. I mean, just like give us a little bit breakdown who you are.
All right. Again, name's Tyler Kirk. As name calls me TK. From Fremont, Bay Area.
Drifter TK, right? From Fast and the Furious.
For the most part, I'm 29 years old. I work at Tesla right now. I'm a production associate manager. I came from the bottom, worked myself up from the production associate up to the level. So, and then I come into my position. I kind of work my way up to the position where I'm at.
What is your hours like at Tesla right now? I mean, Tesla's a pretty crazy company. If you guys don't know, crazy hours. They're doing phenomenal things for the world. But what are your hours like?
For the most part, a week, probably hitting around 60 hours a week. Previously, it used to be around 100. It has gotten a little better now, but we are on an AWS schedule, so it is a lot better than before, I'd say that. So.
Okay, nice. How did you start investing in this? I mean, like, can you tell? I mean, the audience stood on our relationship, and I hadn't been on that side of the fence in that position for a long time where I'm starting to invest. So, you know, for us, like, how did you initially take that step?
I mean, honestly, I was a little intrigued at the very beginning. After I met you.
How long ago do you think this was?
That was probably about 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
That I met you. Before that, I was really interested in kind of investing in something. I just didn't know what to do and where to get started in. I think as most people are. But eventually, I just took that leap and just said, hey, you know, gotta start my life, gotta try something new. I don't mind the challenges, let's just do it. And I think you kind of opened up the doors with multiple investments, and I just kind of went ahead and with it.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, and you don't, TK and I met a long time ago, and you know, back then he was working, and I kind of reached out and said, hey TK, if you have money kind of laying around, let me help you invest that money so at least your money is making money. Does that make sense? It's not sitting there in the bank or for you to waste. And you know, he agreed to that, so we put his money away. Essentially, we just give him a set return over a period of time. And then just recently, we had the opportunity to convert those funds into a real estate investment. And TK signed the closing docs just last Friday. Was it like last Friday?
Last Friday, 2 days ago.
2 days ago. And then, so I think the property is going to transfer and close this upcoming week, which is very exciting. So he drove from Bay Area all the way here to Sacramento so that we can take some Instagram photos in front of this new property and also do this quick interview. Now, with the hours that you have, right, working at Tesla, back then it was like over 100, something just crazy. What was your, like, once you started investing, like, a lot of people, they're very afraid to. So was there a fear factor on your end? Like, oh, like, you know, I'm putting this money away in investment, like, was it fearful? What was that like for you?
I mean, obviously it was fearful because obviously when you work a job, I mean, for the most part, I worked hard for that money.
Yeah.
If I invest in it, it's going to be gone. That's what everyone fears, right? You might not get that return in. Right. To me, I just said, one day I might die. I don't care. I know it's just straight to the point, but I was like, hey, I might as well just invest, try it out, and so at least did it and tried it instead of just being feared and not doing it at all. So I just want to try and do for it.
And then the thing is, you got to deal with people who you trust, right? You can't just, I mean, like, he's not just going to throw his money away. The key is find someone who you trust with a lot of credentials. Does that make sense? You can see the successes that they've had. You can get references. You can start digging into their businesses and really find that there's a lot of equity. And you can find other people who have invested with them, who have, you know, good testimonials, right? You got to do your research. And you know, TK and I, we had a personal relationship as good friends already, and when we brought him on board, I feel like I mean, the trust was already there, so I think it was easier for you to kind of like get in there versus like if you didn't know me at all, right? And then getting into this house, like how do you feel?
I mean, it feels great being a first-time homeowner, especially investing in a house just for investment property. But it's just a great feeling right now. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's like renting right now, and then his first property is an investment property. That's I gotta congratulate you on that, because a lot of people are just so set on I have to buy a house to live in because that is the right thing to do, because that's what my mom and dad and society told me to do. You know, things are shifting. Society has shifted, economy has shifted, and today's society, what made sense back then may not make sense today. And you know, for TK to take a step in that direction, huge congratulations to you. And the other thing is, so some people may not know of how they can qualify for a home, and there might be a point of resistance where they're kind of scared, right? So you know, for you, you were able to get into this investment property because one, TK had consistent income. Okay, two, you had decently good credit, right? Now, if you're missing one of the two, you're still fine. There's still ways around it. Okay, but if you have large down payment, if you have good credit and decent income, you're good to go. If you have a lot of down payment, you don't have good credit or decent amount of income, you're still good to go, right? There's different ways to get qualified for that. But here's the thing. If you don't have good credit, we have services to help you build your credit. So for example, if you have bankruptcy or you had delinquencies or you had whatever issues with your credit, we can help you fix those issues so that your credit becomes worthy enough so that you may obtain a loan. For a lot of people, they're good at their job. They're able to put money away, but they're very fearful of taking that step forward because of the unknown, right? So for you, TK, well, like what was the tipping point where you said, I'm going to make that leap?
I think the tipping point was also being a little older. Always told myself I want to invest in at least a house. More importantly, not buy a house right away for myself, because obviously, I guess like you mentioned before, we're no longer getting to the point where a house is necessary for me to invest in just for myself. I'm adequate right now where I'm at for renting. But for me, just owning a house in general, just to invest in something I always wanted, and sign documents say I had it in my name.
Yeah.
Something was, I know it's scary to people, but when things are scary, I usually like to go after it. It's kind of vice versa. But I told myself, just go for it, just buy it. If something happens, at least I tried. And if things happen, but at least I've done it. And that's all I can say.
Yeah, people are different. If you're like TK, great, take that leap forward. Make sure you do your homework though. But let's just say you're a little bit timid, find a professional. And you know, people who are part-time speculative investors, usually they're only going to be so good. I would say find someone who you can definitely trust to help you take that leap forward.
Finding someone that actually understands the business and owning it. Like me, I can do all my homework all I want, but with experience that's actually doing it can help the guy a lot faster than you do your homework over and over again. So it just helped me out a lot when asking questions, and you just easily guided me through it. So I feel like I was safe just going through it instead of me overthinking, doing my homework and read online, comments, all that stuff where a lot of people could turn you down. Family sometimes would turn you down, but I mean, you help out a bunch of all the experience for it, so I trust you.
Thank you for that. But I can only imagine the whole not even investment buying, but like the whole buying process is already fearful. Alright guys, get on TK's level, get your own investment property. Let's do this, retire early, make some money. Bam!